In the year 1957, my parents bought a pony. And one day when I was looking on the top shelf of the closet, I came across it. And here it is. It's the Kodak pony. Now, really strange name for a camera. I have no idea as to why they would have named it a pony. It's probably the only camera that I know of that's named after an animal. Well, there are some, but a mainstream camera named after, certainly after a pony. Now, the speculation is that Kodak wanted a kind of friendly name. This was the year 1949 that the camera was first introduced. This is one from 1957 that my parents had. But they wanted to, I guess, cash in on the optimism, the post-war optimism when people were starting families and there were young children, and they wanted a positive name for a camera, something that evoked the sense of fun, excitement, and adventure. And what could be more exciting than the child's first pony? Now, I don't think too many children got a pony, but you can imagine that it'd be pretty exciting if you were to get a pony. So that's why Kodak probably named it the Kodak pony. And it was a great camera, though. It was to have people get interested in 35 millimeter photography. It was a very simple to use camera. It only had a few settings. It had the settings on the lens for close-up, group, and landscape photography. And then there was a little chart here that would, it was called exposure values. And this would be if you were photographing in a bright sun or shade or on a cloudy day. There were different exposure values, and you would set this number on the front here. And those were the two settings that you had for the camera. So anybody that hadn't operated a 35 millimeter camera, this was a simple to use camera. And again, probably why Kodak used the name pony, thinking that a pony, of course, would be a children's horse, much smaller and not like a full-sized horse. So what better name for a camera than the Kodak pony? Kind of a little unusual, but it's kind of an unusual camera, and it fits that particular time in photographic history, the Kodak pony.